Hello mateys, we are the Posh Boys. We're going to the National Art Gallery, located right here in London. It's quite of an adventure actually. Extraordinary, isn't it? Beautiful. But alright guys, let's get going.
Wait. Before we go, let me inform you guys about the National Art Gallery. While we're walking to the National Art Gallery, I will give you some information. This beautiful museum, it has loads of paintings, all dispersed over 18 beautiful rooms.
Now looking at it in numbers, this museum has accumulated about 250 plus paintings. But of course, with every museum, not all paintings are stored in the museum. Some are held back in other rooms, available for exposition later.
But it's almost 3 o'clock and the National Art Gallery is closing at 6. So we gotta hurry up.
Oh silly me! I just realized, there aren't actually 250 paintings. There are about 2,300 paintings. We're now about to enter the underground to get to where we're headed. See you guys in a bit!
Just one side note, Trafalgar Square isn't on the underground map. Trafalgar Square is where the National Art Gallery is. Charing Cross is. Charing Cross is the closest station to Trafalgar Square. Just so you know.
Here we are again. But unfortunately, due to some circumstances, we couldn't film in the National Art Gallery.
We weren't allowed. But we got a friend over there who knows a lot about it.
And he lives right here. Let's go. Go. Good day, Joe. How are you?
I'm fine, I'm actually great. Nice to have you all over.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Follow me into my humble abode.
Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
My name is John Wickham and I work at the National Art Gallery. I'm a real art fanatic, I love art. Yeah. And as you can see, I was born and raised in England and Birmingham. I'm a Brummie, as they say. Yeah, I love my tea. Yeah.
Hey John, could you tell us some more about yourself?
Yeah, I like to play the piano. I doubt you haven't missed that closet over there that has all those swords. I'm a real, yeah, I like to collect swords. Well, here you have my sword collection. Quite fond of Japanese culture. I studied Japan studies at the University of Birmingham. Let me show you my favorite pieces. As you can see, this is from the Tanto in Kushara and Saint Edo period. One of my favorite pieces, you see the blue? So blue stands for calmness, peacefulness and wisdom. You have the exact opposite, yellow. Yellow to make it mellow, innit? Yes. You see, this is from the Wakizashi in Kushara and Saint Edo period. And yeah, these are among of my favorite pieces of swords. Up here you have yeah, these. Oh wow, yeah, absolute beauties. This is real bamboo. Yeah. I like to keep fit as well. I do some cardio. This is my good old cardio machine. I like to do some cardio to keep fit, you know, for the gals. You know. I'm sure you want to have any small talk, so let us go down to business and yeah, talk about the National Art Gallery pieces you want me to give feedback on.
Alright, Joe. Can you tell us more about the execution of Maximilian, please?
Yes, I can. I can give you some background information.
Archduke Ferdinand Maximilian had been installed as puppet emperor of Mexico by Napoleon III, but was executed by Mexican Republicans in 1867. Only Maximilian's hand is visible here. Clasped by one of his generals, the painting was cut up after Manet's death. Edgar Degas later reassembled the fragments.
This painting has a really extraordinary name. It's called An Experiment on a Bird in an Air Pump. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Oh yes, it's quite a mouthful actually, that name, huh? Isn't it?
A lecturer demonstrates the creation of a vacuum to a family, a white cockatoo. An exotic bird, unlike in fact to have been used for this experiment, is imprisoned in a glass flask from which the air is being extracted by a pump. The candlelit setting is characteristic of Wright's interest in dramatic contrast of light and shade.
Can you elaborate on the road in the village of Baldersbronde?
Sure.
A leading Danish painter around 1902 Ring began to depict the Zeeland village. This austere winter scene was completed in time to send to New York for an exhibition of contemporary Scandinavian art that began an influential American tour late in 1912.
Pablo Picasso. Can you tell us a little bit about the painting The Motherhood?
Of course, I got one of my favorites.
Picasso looks afresh at the subject of the Madonna and Child, dressing the mother in traditional blue. Her gaze is melancholic and her elongated arms cocoon the child in a tender embrace. The stylized landscape, a balanced patchwork of reds and greens, is invigorated by loose expressive brushstrokes at the top and bottom left.
Ah, look! We stumbled upon a beauty. It's fishermen carrying a drowned man.
Oh, that's quite a sad story actually.
A huddled procession of fishermen come from the sea over windswept dunes, carrying their drowned companion. The artist made numerous preparatory studies in the fishing villages of Zandvoort near Haarlem. Before completing the picture in his Amsterdam studio, it was exhibited at the Paris Salon of 1861. And in London the following year, establishing Israels as the leading Dutch painter of his time.
Ooh, an exciting one. It's a mythological scene with the rape of Proserpine.
Ah, yes, Greek mythology. That's also one of the many things that I've studied at university.
This modello shows Pluto, god of the underworld, carrying a Proserpine, daughter of Ceres. The three-headed dog Cerberus guards the entrance to Hades, and the boat of Charon waits to take souls across the river Styx.
Captain Robert Orme. What is your knowledge about that?
Ah, yes, the captain.
Captain Orme fought against the French in North America, then still a British colony. He is portrayed in the uniform of the Coldstream gods about to mount his horse. The content of the letter he holds are not shown. Possibly he carries news of the battle visible in the background to the right.
We have the city of Venice. Can you tell us a little bit about the Grand Canal with Simeon Piccolo?
Ah, yes, that painting. I love the attention to detail on that one.
The dome building on the left is the Church of San Simeon Piccolo. Further up is Santa Croce. The canal recedes to a vanishing point of center, giving the painting its striking perspective. Beneath an expansive sky, Venice's architectural sites are picked out in precise detail. Such scenes of the city's everyday activities were very popular with English tourists.
Look! A regatta on the Grand Canal. What do you know about this painting?
Ah, yes, one of Canaletto's works.
One of the most Venetian spectacles was the annual Carnival Regatta. Prominent families lavishly decorated their boats for the occasion. Several figures wear the white mask and black cape associated with the carnival, like its pair nearby. The frame was made to suit the mid-18th century English interior for which the work was painted.
Painting of Andrea Tron, painted by Nazario Nazari. What do you know about this? Yeah.
A member of one of the most important families of the Venetian Republic, Andrea Tron, served twice as Venetian ambassador to Paris and to Vienna. Tron stands in an orator's pose wearing the Stula d'Oro and insignia of the order of the same name, granted by the Senate of an ambassador's return to Venice.
Cupid being disguised as Ascanius.
Oh, that one is quite a sad story.
The subject of this painting is taken from Virgil's Einheit. Dido, queen of the Carthage, is being tricked into falling in love with the Trojan hero Aeneas. She has been made to believe by her enemy Venus that Cupid is Aeneas' son, Asanius.
The toilet of Venus.
Oh, I love that name.
Several copies after the Toilet of Venus exist, but recent conservation treatment has revealed that this is very likely the original. According to the contemporaries, Rini was late delivering a picture of Venus and the Graces as he decided to include an extra figure. We know now that the Puto in this window was a late addition to the scene, strongly implying that this canvas is Rini's prime version.
What do you know about the Samian symbol with a Puto?
Well, I wouldn't work at the National Art Gallery if I didn't know that one.
The symbol was an oracle of Apollo from the Greek island of Samos, who prophesied that Jesus will be born of a virgin. As the inscription on the scroll indicates, Hail Zion, chaste maiden who has much suffered. The frame was designed by James Athenian Stewart for Spencer House in London.
Lovely. The Saint Gregory the Great with Jesus Sans.
Oh yes, lovely.
Saint Gregory the Great, 6th century theologian and pope, is shown enthroned. The Holy Spirit descends as a dove, and a Puto in the foreground holds the papal crown. On the left is Ignatius Loyola, founder of the Jesuits, and on the right Francis Xavier, the first great Jesuit missionary. Pope Gregory XV canonized both saints in 1622.
Oh, what an aggressive name. It's Perseus turning Phineas and his followers to stone.
Oh, quite a sad story. Let me elaborate on that.
As told in Ovid's Metamorphoses, Perseus was celebrating his marriage to Andromeda when her previous suitor Phineas burst in to kill his rival. Perseus revealed the head of the Gorgon, Medusa, thus turning his enemies to stone. The newly acquired frame is a striking example of a Florentine mid-17th century design, with finely carved cartouche centers and corner masks.